What's good, world? ADMT.TV. Today, bringing you a new episode of Hip Dads. Let's go. What's good, world? Today we're here with EllE World. I understand that you're into podcasting, so give us a little bit about what got you started in podcasting.
Well, I'm a very social person and I enjoy hearing other people's point of view on a variety of topics. So that was definitely something that was a passion of mine, being able to have an open forum with other people.
Okay, so who did you meet to get you kind of plugged into the podcast world?
Well, I started researching on YouTube, some people that I was interested in, and then my friend Omar, he had already had a podcast, and then he asked me to be a guest, and then I eventually joined the team.
A lot of conversation going on in podcasting, so what intrigued and piqued your interest?
I like that it was no filter. I like that it was just like a conversation with other people in the room and it wasn't scripted. I like the authenticity of it.
Okay, that sounds good. You know, to the people that looking to get into podcasting, first of all, you want to make sure that you work on your speech, and that's something that I'm doing. Because you're a female in podcasting, do you find it to be harder or easy?
I think it's a little harder because I think certain people have a certain stereotype of women in podcasting. Like, we have to be in a certain lane, and I think that I'm here to break that kind of barrier. Like, I can talk about a variety of topics, not just makeup.
Do you feel it could be intimidating at times being with your male counterparts? Because, you know, a lot of times men, we like to speak about certain things, and from a woman's perspective, sometimes it can get uncomfortable. And to the females out there wanting to get into podcasting, give them a little bit about that.
I definitely think you have to be able to have your own voice and stand strong and know who you are, because it can be intimidating. There's been plenty of times I've been the only woman in the room, and I have to make sure that my voice is heard and that I'm understood and felt.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and the research process, because a lot of times people think that, you know, you in podcasting, you talk about a couple of things and then you just go from there. Give them a little insight as far as like over talking, when to let your partner speak, and when you should wait your turn, and the research process that goes into podcasting.
Yeah, there's definitely a flow that you have to keep with your counterparts. You know, sometimes we do over talk one another, but when you kind of have that signaling with body language, you can kind of know when someone's about to interject or something like that. As far as research, well, I started researching people that I was already interested in, and they just happened to have a podcast. Like someone like Amanda Seales, she was someone that I originally liked, and then I found out she was doing a podcast, and it was like, oh, okay, it was just more of her being herself. Okay,
so in podcasting, who are some of the people that you look at to be better at mastering your craft in podcasting?
Definitely Amanda Seales. I love Angela Yee lip service with her and her girls. I like Clint Coley. He does advice from.
All right, we're gonna blank that part out. We don't you know, just in case any kids looking.
Right.
But go ahead.
Yeah. But Clint Coley has a good podcast that I enjoy, and those are my top 3 that I usually listen to the most. I feel like every time I do an episode, I want to do another one, or I want to do a different type of topic, or I want to expand. I feel like there's never enough time.
I also understand you're into journalism and did a little bit in blogging. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, well, I've had a blog for about 10 years now. And I've been writing since I was a little kid. I love writing. I love documenting. I love researching. So that's just been a natural passion of mine. Okay, so getting into podcasts, what is the ultimate goal for EllE World? What are you looking to achieve from podcasting, and where are you looking to take this? Well, I would definitely like to have my own channel, my own show, my own podcast show. Just a place for women to really express themselves. I feel like there are certain avenues that women are going down for podcasting, but I feel like it's more about like makeup and hair, and I want a place where women can really just express their opinions about everything, sports, what's going on in politics, all across the board. Just a place for women to voice their opinions. Okay, yeah, so that's very interesting. And again, what advice do you give to young women and young men that are looking to get into podcasting? What kind of advice can you give them to help them navigate their way through? Don't do it for the likes. Don't do it for the likes. Don't do it for the gram. Do it because you enjoy it. You enjoy the open forum. Do it for the people. Do it for yourself. Do it for the culture of podcasting. Don't do it because you're just trying to be popular. It's not going to work.
See, so people, that's what we want people to understand, that even with me, you know, getting into doing the hip dash, it was just something I was passionate about. I wanted something that I could talk to the people about, but also give them different perspectives, different opinions from different people of all types of avenues. And I think that would help someone that is confused, someone that doesn't have a clear understanding of maybe the path they want to choose. I think that'll be a very good and helpful way for them to look at this and go, oh man, you know what, if this person could do it, I've seen that it's enough in it for me and I could do it as well. But I think at the end of the day, you got to be genuine to yourself and genuine to the cause and make sure that it's something that you want to do. So I think that's great. As far as your social media information, where could people contact you and reach you and be able to get more information on EllE World?
Well, you can check me out on Instagram, DA12TH letter, the 12th letter. And that's really my main point of contact on social media.
What piques your interest as far as different type of literature and books and stuff like that?
Definitely nonfiction. If a certain person piques my interest, then I'm definitely interested and I want to know more about them.
Any documentaries we should know about that we might want to look at and get involved in?
Not at the moment.
Might be too much TV there. But again, you know, we really appreciate you coming on the show of Hip DaD'S. And again, you know, with Hip DaD'S, we always trying to inspire and make sure that we promote our entrepreneurs and make sure that we support them and make sure that we encourage people to understand that, you know what, if we could do it, you could do it. Doesn't matter big or small, how you start off, as long as you start it. Again, ADMT.TV, what's good world, and thank you on another episode of Hip DaD'S. See you soon.